always very loud.
We'll do it for a dollar.
We will get started in just a minute, so it is perfectly fine to get up and go get food and drinks for however long you'd like. We're going to start off with some introductions and a few announcements from Samantha and Brianna from our Campus Activity Board. So we will start off right away with the Student Alliance introductions at least. Oh no. I'm just making sure this is working. Hey. So, introductions. I am Caleb Marzinski. I was elected President of Student Alliance for the 2017-2018 year. It's very nice to meet all of you. Those who don't know me, this is my third semester at GRCC. I'm a science and math student all the way through. I suck at English and history, so please don't come to me for help on those. I will do my best to point you in the right direction though. I went to City High through 10th grade and I graduated from Nexus Academy, and I'm just really glad to be here with all of you guys. If I don't already know you personally, please come up and talk to me after we're done talking. I would like to learn your name, though I struggle with learning names, so it will take me a few tries, but I'll get it, at least by our next town hall. I'll get it. I'd like to introduce the other members of Student Alliance. We have our external affairs, or I'll start with our communications director, Caitlin, because she's front and center.
All right.
You can have the microphone, and it's all yours, friend.
Thank you. So I'm Caitlin, the Communications Director for Student Alliance. I guess I'll start with a little background on me. So I lived up north in Howard City for pretty much all my life. I went to Tri-County High School, graduated. I came here last year of 2016. This is my second year at GRCC, and I'm studying my pre-pharmacy prerequisites so I can transfer to Austin, Texas University to start pharmacy school. So yeah.
Thanks.
And now I'm going to pass it on to Tatum.
This is our external affairs director, Tatum Kovach.
Can anybody hear me? Okay, hi, I'm Tatum. I'm your External Affairs Director for Student Alliance. Like Kale, I actually graduated from City High. We've known each other for years. I'm the exact opposite of Kale, where I love English and I hate math. I'm going into graphic design and I'm transferring to Kendall. And this is my second year here, but I'm all year round. I also work another job here, upstairs in the Counseling and Career Center, so I live here basically. If you ever need anything at all, I am in the building. You can just bet I'm in the building. So, and we'll pass it on to KZ, who some of you might already know. He's famous, you've seen him everywhere.
All right, my name is KZ. For those who don't know me, I'm coming from my wellness class there. Yeah, so I'm breathing very fast, so right now. I don't know if I should introduce myself as the new operations director of Student Alliance or because I was last year, so I've been re-elected. I wasn't planning on being here today, but something happened. I was supposed to be at Green Valley right now, but when I went for the orientation, I found out that I needed a few credits. So I had to come back here because it's a little bit cheaper here. And I found my position was still waiting for me there, so I said, okay, let me take back my position again. So that's me. Yep.
We loved him so much, we just had to come back.
There are a few other people that we wanted to bring up to just give general announcements or anything that relates to their club and organization. The first person is Brianna Castillo, President of Campus Activities Board, and then also Samantha. She came to us and said that she had a few presentations, so if both of you wanted to come up, that would be perfect. It's okay, we have a loud microphone. Everything will be perfect.
So I'm Bree. I'm the president of the Campus Activities Board. It's my third year here at GRCC. I've been with CAB, so I volunteered my first year. I was vice president my second year, so hopefully everything goes right this year. So this next week we're having Welcome Week from the 5th to the 7th. The 5th would be Transfer Advising, Wednesday's Involvement Day, which was previously known as Club Day, and Thursday is our Raider Rush scavenger hunt thing and our Humane Society fundraiser.
All right, can you hear me?
Put it closer to your mouth.
Yeah, thank you. All right, I am Samantha White. I'm from Be Nice. I'm the secretary. And like she said, for Involvement Day, we will have a table from 11:30 to 1. And then we are also doing a Suicide Prevention Week, which is October 23rd through the 27th. On Monday the 23rd from 11 to 2, it will be a mental health and wellness resource fair. Counseling center, office, lounge area will be that. And then look out for our flyers detailing agenda for the Suicide Prevention Week, and be nice. We are looking for recruitment tables this fall semester. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Can I have that? Yes. So that concludes our Student Alliance board members' introductions and a few announcements by these two wonderful people. But I was hoping that each of you could quickly introduce yourselves and at least tell us what club you're representing or what club you might be a part of and your full name. You could talk about anything else that you want to add to it, but we're not going to be too specific. I will start off with this wonderful man, Brian.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Cal.
Thank you.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm Brian Hahn, and I'm one of the vice presidents on Campus Activity Board. It's my second year here at GRCC, and I hope to leave my mark. Here's Tina.
Hi, I'm Tina Pelaez. I'm also another vice president of Campus Activity Board. It's my third year here, and yeah, ready to get involved.
Hello, my name is Carrie Rister. I'm starting a club called Board Gaming Club this fall, so it's the first time I've ever been to any events like this, so nice to meet everyone here.
Hello everyone, my name is Shehan. I'm representing USO today, International Students Organization, and this is my last semester here, hopefully. So,
Greetings. My name is Ryan Jeanette, president of the Foreign Affairs Club. This is my third year here. I look forward to working well with everybody.
Hello, I'm Rebecca. I'm Rebecca Licata, and I'm president of the Gamer Club, SGA. And yeah, I like coming here because I like meeting all of you guys.
Hello everyone, my name is Khalil Rispa, the president of BASU, Black African Student Union. This is my second last semester to transfer Grand Valley State University. Hopefully, I only have 3 classes left. I'm gonna get them done in this kind of semester. I never attend this kind of meeting, so I'm so happy to be part of it. I'm gonna pass you to Rodney.
Hello everyone, I'm Rodney Collins, alumnus and advisor, volunteer, and child of the college. I've been here before you guys were born, and I love it, I keep coming back.
I'm Cynthia Brown, I've been here more years than I care to say. I will probably retire here, so.
Hi, I'm Deidre Gibbs. I've been here for a while too, so but it's my first meeting, so I'm glad to meet everybody.
You guys have so much fun, you just stay forever, huh?
My name is Charlene Sommer. I am the president of InterVarsity. This is sadly my last semester here. I'm going to miss all of you. I was president last year, so I've come to a few of these meetings, but it's good to see a lot of familiar faces and a lot of new faces.
I am Chelsea Beckman, and I'm a culinary student. I'm representing Standout. Yeah.
I already introduced myself.
I'm Teresa Tran, I'm president of external affairs for the Asian Student Union, and I've been here for too long.
My name is Marcus Parisi. I'm the vice president of Phi Theta Kappa. This is my second and final year here at JRCC, and I plan on transferring to University of Michigan for pre-med.
My name is Drew Talley. I am here representing Phi Theta Kappa also as the secretary, but I'm also here representing a organization that's trying to get back and going, the Native American Student Organization. This is also my second and final year, and I too am transferring to the U of M.
Thank you, Drew. Thanks everyone for taking the time to introduce yourselves. I share the sentiment that you expressed. It is really nice to meet all of you and get to know you. If our advisors and faculty would like to introduce themselves as well, I would love to give you guys a chance. I know most of you personally, but...
I'm Fred Zomer. I work in the counseling office right above us, and I'm an advisor to Student Alliance.
Hi everybody, I'm Lina Blair. I'm the Director of Student Life and Conduct, and I'm the other advisor for Student Alliance.
Hello everyone, my name is Justin Schnur. I am an intern from Grand Valley State who will be working with Lina in the Student Life office this semester. So I'll be working out with a lot of you hopefully.
Hi, I'm Mary Ruth Schultz, and I'm a guest today. I am a director of Norfolk Academy, which is a nonprofit organization that has classroom space here. And we teach students that want to go to college with intellectual impairments.
Hello everybody, my name is Chris Remley. I am the office manager in Student Life. You'll probably be working with me a lot when we talk about budgets and finance for your student org.
Hi everyone, my name is Tariana. I'm the assistant director in Student Life. I can help you manage OrgSync, how to start a new organization, how to maintain it. I help advise campus activities boards in the room, yay! So we do all the major planning, programming around campus. So if you ever want to collaborate with us, just contact Bree or any of the other CAB members, Brian, Parker, or Tina, which always here. Yeah. They never leave.
Quite often too.
And then, what else? Student Leadership Institute. If you haven't signed up, that is a mandatory officers training. Just FYI, putting it out there. We have currently about 35-ish students registered, which is awesome. But if you're planning on being an active organization, I suggest that you all sign up. And then we only have 100 spots open, so there's only 70 spots left. So just FYI. Yeah, you need to introduce yourself.
Hello people, my name is Nancy. I am a representative for ISO, and I was the ex-president of Be Nice. Nice to meet you all.
And guys, it seems like we're a little bit stiff right now. Could we get a round of applause just for everyone? But thanks. We will now begin our official agenda for the meeting. Thank you all for taking the time to come here. I really appreciate it. We will start off with a few updates, which is what we already did. Brianna Castillo already came up and mentioned about a few upcoming events. But one other thing we need to briefly touch on is Indigenous Peoples Day. Indigenous Peoples Day, sorry. This is a proposal that was kind of worked through and discussed at a lot of Student Alliance meetings last year. And this was something that they voted on and ended up pushing as a group of Student Alliance to the Board of Trustees and our new president, Dr. Bill Pink. This proposal was brought to them and they reviewed it. They ended up declining it and rejecting it and sending it back to us. There were a few comments that they gave us, such as replacing versus alongside of Columbus Day. But for this is a big conversation topic, and we already have a few pre-scheduled agenda items for today. So this is something that if you will please come back in 2 weeks to our collaborative meeting, this is something that we will revisit and hopefully talk through as a group and get some suggestions on where to go from here. Moving forward, this slide has a lot. Building off our past and moving towards our vision. What does that mean for us as a group? Student Alliance is a yearly term, and in the case of KZ, he's coming back for his second year, so he will be a great guide and mentor for us as we kind of fit into our positions and learn what we can do, what we can't do, and what we want to try to bring to our organization. But the previous years that established this student organization, and before it was known as Student Alliance, where it was known as Student Congress, they established a framework of what's expected at GRCC and what can be accomplished at GRCC by our student government. And we're hoping to continue what they have done correctly and maybe fix what they failed at doing. Maybe add new things that they didn't really consider. Maybe it wasn't the correct time period, or maybe it wasn't the correct community when they were in office. But these are all things that we're considering, and we're happy to work with all of you guys as we continue forward. Hey, there we go. I just want to make sure I'm not skipping slides. This is a little bit jumpy. Okay, so we will start with our first big agenda item. This is our changes to our guiding document. Every student organization has a constitution, and for Student Alliance, we have a guiding document which outlines all of our responsibilities among the president, the external affairs, our communications, and our operations director. It explains exactly what these types of meetings are supposed to be, like our town hall meetings, our collaborative meetings, and our personal e-board meetings where we discuss extra allocation requests and the initiatives that Student Alliance wants to move forward with. So this year, over the summer, we reviewed all of the previous documents from last year, so that way we can get acquainted with what's expected of us and what we want to do. And we made a few changes. One change, well actually one big change is what we made, and that change is to our extra allocation request. To those of you who came here last year and they are familiar with how the extra allocation request works, it is a fund that we specifically allocate towards funding any larger initiative that a club or organization on campus can't do by themselves. So Student Alliance is also responsible for allocating club budgets, but these club budgets are not enough to cover large conferences or huge events on campus like what BASU does with our Black History Month, or our anime convention that we threw over the summer that was fantastic. All of these things are items that have been brought to the extra allocation request and proposed before Student Alliance in the past. They're brought to town hall meetings like this and voted on by you guys. So what we're changing is the deadline. We want to make it more streamlined. We want to make it have better clarity. So this is a full list of like the changes. I highlighted them, but these are in our guiding document, which are on OrgSync. So if you'd like to see the full changes, please do so there. But I want to explain exactly what it was. Submissions are reviewed on e-boards before our town hall. So, for example, if there was anyone who wanted to make an extra allocation at this meeting, they would have to submit it before our e-board last week. That gives us a full week in advance to review it as a group, as Student Alliance, and bring it to this town hall. And sorry, I'm just getting used to talking this much. So, how does this affect you guys? What are we actually changing? You may need to bring your larger events to us as an organization to discuss these deadlines. Bring them in advance. We want to be a part of the planning on a lot of these different events that are happening on campus. So in order to make this work, you have to submit extra allocation requests at least by the collaborative date. So 2 weeks from today is our first collaborative. That is the first deadline for extra allocation requests. These deadlines are outlined on the meeting calendar that we have at all of the tables. You will notice on there we have a topic list, and on that topic list it has extra allocations for insert month here. So for example, 2 weeks from today, you will notice that it says extra allocation requests for October. So if you have an event or something on campus that you want to do in October, you would want to submit it before that deadline. We don't necessarily expect you to have all of the details for these month in advance events, but we do want you to bring them to us and have these requests ready. That way we know in advance and we can start planning them as an institution. So that gives us 2 weeks from when you submit it on the collaborative. It gives us to the voting. And collaborative, you submit it. A week away is the e-board. We review it. A week away from that is our town hall meeting, and that's when you guys vote on it. We want to take voting out of the collaborative meetings. That way we can kind of make this more of a team building exercise. Collaboratives are supposed to be where we bring our student leaders to this room, this space, and we work together and kind of figure out who each other are, so we can kind of understand as an institution and as a community who we're working with, who we're working alongside, the type of resources that we have among each other. And currently, collaboratives get a bit formal, and they get a bit, if you were at any of our collaboratives last year, they do have extra allocation requests voting. And every time you add voting into a mix like something like that, it'll make people less relaxed, less I don't want to say vulnerable, but it does.
We're on edge.
Exactly. So, outlined on here, you may need to discuss your specific deadlines with us ahead of time. We want to work with you, so obviously we're always going to take the option that benefits the club and organization. One quick mention I will need to make is that 2 weeks from today is our first collaborative, but if you have an extra allocation request that doesn't quite fit into this very first deadline schedule, just come talk to us and we will work it out just as Student Alliance would have last year. This explains a little bit more about what I was already talking about if you want to kind of retouch on things. And I do want to, while we're here, before we go on to voting, take any questions that you guys have about deadlines, about how we're going to review it, about what might be changed in expectations. We didn't change any expectations from last year, but as a new organization, we have our own takes on it. So if you guys do have any questions, you can just raise your hand and ask away. Otherwise, I'll just retouch on a few of these points. We want to allow Student Alliance to maximize our time efficiency so that we can allocate one e-board meeting a month to reviewing all of these extra allocation requests and one open meeting a month to voting on these requests. That would be the e-board before town hall and town hall. We want to improve our collaborative meetings by taking away these extra allocation voting at those meetings so that we can do more team building exercise, icebreakers, things along those lines. And then we want to encourage Student Alliance participating in these events because we are supposed to represent the student body, but how do we represent the student body if we're not involved in what the student body's doing, if we don't know what type of community events are going on? But otherwise, if there's no questions, we're going to move on to voting. I will briefly touch on a few of these. I have voting up here, that way you guys don't have to listen to me say it and you can just read it off. Voting is going to be conducted in this first meeting by a show of hands. I will, as the president, call for a voting. We're going to start with a vote against the proposal, and then we move on to a vote for the proposal. And our communications director, Caitlin, will count all of the hands each time. But without further ado, we will begin. Could all those not in favor of the proposal against please do so now by raising their hand? Could all of those for the approach, sorry, stumbling over my words. So could we now do a vote of approval for anyone for the proposal? Just raise your hand and our communications director will count it. So with that, the motion is passed. This allows us to change our guiding document and continue forward with our agenda. Next thing on our agenda is going to be our student activities proposal. For this, I'm gonna stop stumbling over my words on the microphone and maybe give this over to KZ, who's a much better looking and much better prepared public speaker. Thanks, KZ.
All right, so this is the good part now, money, right? All right, as you can see, this year we breaking down this budget is not easy, right? We had to work very hard and try to find ways to make a balance between all the clubs. Yeah, as you can see, the total revenue for this year is $245,000, and the rollover from last year is $56,499.55. So I'm going to explain a little bit about the total revenue, how we come up with it. It comes from the activity fee that everyone pays every year, and that's money. Whenever someone is a part-time student, he pays $5. For full-time student, they pay $10. So times number of students. That's where how we get this number here. As you can see here, we did. I'm going to do it a little bit different from how I did last year. So here we had the fixed expenses, semi-variables expenses, and variable expenses. I'm going to, for the fixed expenses, we do have, I'm not going to say everything, I just touched what we made some changes on, because we didn't change anything. What we did is, for the GoCGR, You guys are laughing. Yeah. For the Go CGR, we did cut them with $38,000. The Go CGR is a very good program that allows students here to go to Jumbo Zoo, Grand Rapids Art Museum, Grand Rapids Public Museum, Grand Rapids Children's Museum, and Gerald Ford Museum, free of charge. This money covers everything, this $38,000. And I don't know how you get it because I've never got it. I've never gotten one of them. But if you need more information about it, just go to the Student Life office and ask for it. I believe they will give it to you. That's the easiest way to do it. All right. For OrgSync, we also have something for OrgSync, which is $9,000. I'm going to the semi-expenses, which includes CAB budget, the campus activities board, club advisor budget, and student leadership banquet. For the campus activities board, we gave them, because they are supposed to get a third of the total revenue. So they got $63,690. That's what they got. You can see here, it's decreased a little bit, but not too much. It decreased a little bit. Why? Because we have some new event called Homecoming, which made us to try to find some budget for it. That would affect the campus activities board budget. That's why we had to take something from all the clubs. We were trying to cut something there to just find a budget for the homecoming. I believe it's a new event here. So yeah. And the club activities board budget is determined by, as I said, the third of the total revenue, which is the 33% of after Go CGR and leadership banquet. We had to subtract those first, then we multiplied it by 0.33. The advisor's expenses, the club advisor travel, which is $6,000 for this year. I believe last year it was the same. I don't know if I'm wrong on that one, but I'm quite sure it's the same. And this money is the money that helps advisors whenever they go for trips. Sometimes they fund themselves, but they will get back some. The school will give them back some money that they spend it there. But the money that is given to them is about $700 for every trip. Okay. For the student leadership banquet this year, it's $14,000. Let's go to the variable expenses. Here we do have, okay, I'm a little bit faster this time because of time. We also have extra allocation that we'll present today. So for the variable expenses, we do have, here we have the academic and non-academic clubs, which are included in allocation to our organizations. The academic, we cut them with $400 for the entire year. So $200 for their first semester and $200 for their second semester. The non-academic, it's $800 for the entire year, which is $400 for their first semester and $400 for their second semester. New clubs, it's $200 for their first semester. Yeah, so if we have a new club here, make sure it's $200 for this fall, I believe here, and we will get the rest for the second semester, which is the winter. Here I'm going to touch a little bit about the club's requirements. The clubs, we really don't recommend too much for the clubs, but for every meeting, they need to bring at least one representative, one person to represent the club, and according to the guiding document, only one absence is allowed. And also, student organization has not overspent. Okay, we don't need student organization to overspend their money, you see, for them to be active. They need to be very, very careful with how they use their money. And okay, talking about the requirement, I want to mention something. Whenever you are representing a club here, make sure that you sign in the attendance sheet, because I remember last year some people were coming here and they just think that, okay, we cannot know that you are here if you didn't sign the attendance sheet. So that is very important, because it will determine for the club to be, for us to determine if the club will still be active or inactive. So that is a very important part. So whenever you are here, the first thing to do is to sign the attendance sheet. And I remember for this town hall, so for this first meeting, because so many clubs haven't done their elections, so we normally don't take it serious for this first one, but it will start for the next Student Alliance meeting. Make sure that someone is representing your team. So for this one, every club is fine, even the clubs that are absent for today. All right, student leadership stipend. We did cut them with. I don't see the amount here, but yeah, I don't see the amount, but we did cut them with something that I don't have it on my paper. Let's go to the athletics. This is something new that we started. We had to allocate money for the. We need 4 basket hoops. I don't know if I pronounced it very well. It's 4 basket hoops, because the one that we do have in the Ford Field house is the very, very old one. I believe it's one of 1970s that we are still having there. I don't know if it's, yeah, it's still fine, but that's why we needed to change it for a new one, and the money that we allocated didn't cover everything. It's just a part of it, so we decided to just give something to it, and they will find other ways to fundraise or other ways to get money for it. And we allocated it with $19,776. Yep, I believe that's all. The remaining balance is the extra allocation. The extra allocation. The extra allocation is the money that is remaining there. Whenever clubs need funds, we give them money coming from the extra allocation budget, and that amount is $50,033. So that's, I don't see the number there, but it's $50,033. That's what we have, and we did our best to increase it again a little bit compared to last year, because as time goes, things get expensive, you see. So we did our best, and also the club we are having some new clubs, you see. So that's why we did that way. Any question? Go ahead.
Is there a copy of the budget on OrgSync?
You will find a copy of the budget in the GRCC website. You'll find it. Go to the involvement, then go to budget. You will find it there.
It's also going to be updated on our OrgSync. Last year's budget was there, and it's going to replace the one that was there under the Student Alliance files.
Any other question? All right. I like it when you guys don't have questions. That means I explained everything very good. Thank you. Okay, I motion that we move to the voting of this proposal.
Second.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Casey. So, once again, could all those not in favor of the proposal please raise their hand at this time? Okay. Could all of those with the vote for the proposal please raise their hand at this time? And with that, the motion passes.
For next time?
Yes.
Can we have the budget on OrgSync before it comes to us so that we can see it as he's talking about it?
Yeah. I also, next time, we can get a printout for you guys. That way you can have it. I will now move it over to Caitlin and Tatum. They're going to briefly announce our liaison system, which was a thing last year, but we're revamping a little bit to make it more in line with what we want to have our school year accomplish. Start.
Hi guys. We haven't talked as much as those other two, but
Sure. So for communications, I'm not sure exactly how the last communications director really communicated all you guys. So I just wanted to briefly mention that on my end, for like meeting reminders, events, new stuff like that, I'll be using the GRCC Student Life Facebook page to communicate, as well as OrgSync and email. I also wanted to mention that we do have a Snapchat.
Please like us on Snapchat or join us or however Snapchat works.
Yeah, so we've got flyers around somewhere in this building, I believe. You can take a picture of it and instantly follow. We'll be using that to communicate with you guys and other students, as well as our new newsletter. We'll be posting a newsletter once a month about different stuff. We haven't really exactly talked about what else we're gonna put on there, but that way you guys know about it. It's grcc studentlife.wordpress.com.
And I'm going to talk about our liaison system. So I know that some of you here who've already participated in the liaison system, I heard it didn't go so well. I don't have any documents, or I don't really know anything that the last external affairs director did, unfortunately. But we're going to retry it again, but we're just restarting it from the groundwork up. So our plan is that by, I keep saying November, October 1st, you guys are going to know which one of the Student Alliance members is your liaison. And they're going to be your connection to anything you need. If you have any questions about this extra allocation request, change in the system, you can talk to one of us. You'll have our email addresses. We'll send out reminders for town hall meetings. We'll send out the newsletter that we'll have. We'll send it personally to you, and anything else that you guys need, we're here for. So, and as we said, we're gaining, I think we are getting about, we're up to 50 new clubs around. But we're also going to try to make your guys' meeting at least once a semester, hopefully twice. For some of you guys, we already are part of your clubs, like Kale is part of basically every club ever, from what I've heard. Yeah, so we look forward to participating in your guys' clubs. We look forward to you guys participating and communicating with us. We're also trying to bring more communication between all the different clubs and have more collaborations, get everybody to get to know each other, that kind of stuff. So just keep posted for that. When we have it all in place, we'll send out emails and stuff to you guys directly. But again, there's elections going on and stuff. People don't quite know exactly for their clubs yet. So we're just waiting on everyone to get situated.
additionally, we are waiting for all of the new club applications to come in because the finalized date for club renewal or club applications is the 29th of September. So we have a full month before we will know exactly a full list of our clubs and organizations on campus.
That's why it's October 1st for that date, is to be in.
Yeah, sure, thank you. Here we go. So, our last agenda topic for today is going to be our extra allocation request. KZ will have to introduce us here, and then he'll also explain how we do extra allocation requests based on how it was done last year. Go ahead.
Student Alliance needs to be trained, right? That's why we had this extra allocation request. We don't want to overspend the budget, the Student Alliance budget, because it helps for food and all of, you see all of those food there, it comes from that budget. So we don't want to overspend the money. So that's why we came back to you guys. We need your approval for that one. And the voting today is going to be as the same as last year, so we are not going to change anything. We'll not do the org sync because it doesn't allow a student some students to vote who are not members of Student Alliance. That's why we'll use hands. So to make it easier for today. So we are going to find other ways to do the voting, but today we'll do it that way. All right, Kale is going to present the extra allocation for Student Alliance.
Could you explain the time requirements as well? Isn't it each club who's presenting an extra allocation does get 5 minutes to present their extra allocation, just as it was last year. We're no different. So without further ado, you guys have could you get a time clock? Go, your phone will work. I'll try to finish up early, that way I'm in line with our late timer. But this is our Student Alliance extra allocation request. I have papers at all of your tables that explains a little bit about the specifics of what we're requesting money for. The two things that will be covered in this extra allocation request are listed here. This is our badges and our hotel fees, because as Student Alliance, we want to go to the ASGA National Conference. Those who aren't familiar with ASGA, it's the American Student Government Association. GRCC is a founding member of this nationally recognized organization that hosts conferences every year for student governments to come and be trained on how to run a proper student government. So, as new members, you can see why this is a bit exciting for us, as this opportunity would allow us to go in, and if you look at the back of your sheet, learn these amazing things. There's, I think, 40 things listed here. We obviously won't be able to touch on all of them at the conference, but we will try. So, to give a bit of logistics, this is an event that goes Thursday through Sunday. The badges cover events all the way on all of those days, Thursday through Sunday. We will order badges for all 4 of us, and we will have an advisor come with us. These do not cover any advisor funds. Extra allocation requests are not supposed to. So, laid out a little bit on your sheet and on here is that the request in total is $4,500. The estimated cost is about $4,402.64. That's after our estimated tax, because tax for the hotel's fees are going to be 14.5%. And so if we have extra money from the extra allocation, it will go straight back into the extra allocation fund. We will not retain any of this. So continuing a little bit, badge costs are $519 upon purchase. We will have to purchase those by September 1st, otherwise they go up $10 per person. We're intending on taking our 4 officers of Student Alliance and then whatever advisor is available for us. And like I mentioned, this gives admission to all 4 days of the conference. For food, gas, toll roads, parking costs, they explain a bit of these. We are planning on flying down out of that is not included on this extra allocation budget, but we're not going to drive there to eliminate all parking costs and gas costs. And instead, we will fly down to accommodate a couple different schedules. All Student Alliance members and the advisor would fly down on Thursday, except for me. And if Lina is our advisor, she would not come down as well. Because the week of this event is the investiture week. And if you guys haven't heard about the investiture week, it's the commencement week for a brand new president of GRCC. So on Friday, there's a commencement where President Dr. Bill Pink will be honored for attending our college and joining us. And I have the opportunity and the honor, really, to attend that commencement and give a short speech at the start to introduce him. So I would be going down on Friday night. I would not join the rest of them for the Thursday events, but I would be there by Friday to check in and quickly attend the events on Friday. To give an idea of what we're thinking for flying, logistics-wise, we're going to fly from Lansing because it's cheaper on our personal budget, and we would go down on 7 o'clock on that Friday. That Thursday is when they would be going. The Friday has very similar times. I didn't record those on here, but those would change based on when the commencement ends. The flight cost that we're doing is $222 per person. That is covered in our personal budget, and that includes a round trip there and back. And the badge costs that we have, I listed on here, meal, swag, and other info. They include a lot of things, such as 2 lunches, 3 breakfasts, 1 dinner, a bunch of ASGA gear, pamphlets, handouts, emails to all of our Student Alliance members who are there with information about the conference. And the goal of this conference is really to bring back everything that we can get trained on to this community college. What we're hoping to do is get trained at this event on how to run parliamentary procedures so that these events can be, the town halls can be a bit more formal and match in line with how the Board of Trustees and other official student governments handle their meetings. Additionally, it would train us on how to better handle event planning, events undergoing, volunteering, how to organize, getting volunteers for all of these different events. And these are things that we're bringing back here and hoping to share directly with all of you as our Student Alliance, student leaders, attendees. The goal is that we can bring all of this information to you guys, which would bring it to your clubs. And then hopefully, because we're impacting the Student Alliance student body, this would really bring it to all students on campus. While it is something that just benefits us because we are going to the conference, we don't want it to be like that. And we currently are planning to do surveys. We're planning to, there are specific events on the, at the event that gives us specifics to bring back. So we have an action plan right when we get back to campus to how to implement all of these different ideas. Izzy's here because I'm probably running out of time. So I'll just conclude it with that. Can you take this for now? That way I can fix my hand.
Yep, so now, is there any question about the extra location that he presented? Okay, go ahead.
Is this something that Student Alliance did last year?
It is not.
No,
No.
they didn't do it last, we didn't do it last year.
When we were previously Student Congress, I believe they went once, but Student Alliance, ever since it has been renamed and changed, has not gone to this conference, despite being a founding member.
Any other question?
Yes, Marcus.
Can you go into depth for just another 30 seconds about how you're going to directly bring this knowledge back from this conference to us specifically?
Yes, absolutely. So I stumbled over my words there a bit, but to give you one example of how we're going to bring this back is that these town hall meetings and collaboratives are our open town hall meetings for students. So at this event, they have one specific, they have many actually, one specific, it's called like a conference within the conference, an orientation that targets us as student leaders and gives us an outline of how we should give you guys agendas ahead of time, of how we should present all of this information to you while you're here, how we should prepare for it with better PowerPoints and such like that. And then we will also have all of this sent to us over email, which we will directly send to all of you guys. So you will have this information as well.
Yep. Any other question? Because we have 5 minutes for questions, so if you have any other question, we can go back. If you don't have any other question, we'll move to the next step. Go ahead.
Well, more of a comment in support of what you're doing. I'm glad it's more than one person going, because then you'll get more of the Student Alliance members to gather more of the information. So good job for at least taking the team forward, and salute to you on introducing her to way that can get forward.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A lot. I
realize that a lot of the workshops are really specific to student government, student alliances, but some of them are really vague for student groups in general. Is there a way that members attending can bring back that more vague information to pass off to more specific groups? Like there's how to maximize budgets, how to increase turnout, like stuff like that. Is that something that we can get specific information on?
Yep, thank you. I included a full list of things here because I was hoping that you guys would read over these either now or just in the next month or so before the event actually occurs. That way you can give us suggestions on what you might want us to bring back, because there are a ton of different conferences and orientations at this event, so we will have to pick and choose which ones we're going to. So the goal is that you guys can bring these suggestions to us, and we can target things that'll affect you guys specifically. That way it's melded to what our community actually is.
Any other question? I can still take 2 questions. All right. If there is no question again, so we are going to move to the voting. And again, I motion that we move to the voting. Who's going to second me?
I'll second it.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you. As the president, I cannot vote, so I will begin with a call of show of hands for those not in favor of the proposal. Would you please do so now by raising your hand? Okay, we're going to continue. Would all those in favor of the proposal please do so now by raising your hand? You guys are too nice. All right, with that, the motion does pass. Thank you very much. We will continue to wrap up our meeting with some open discussion. I'm hoping that if you guys have any specific questions about your club this year, fall semester, we have about half an hour that we're scheduled to have this room, so we have plenty of time to talk about anything you guys would like to talk about. But otherwise, this does include a written agenda for the meeting. And yeah.
Do you have actual copies of your proposal for the workshops?
Yes, I will send all of those to you tonight or tomorrow.
Thank you.
I will, well, actually for that, I'll have to make a full list of the conference events, which I already have all of the ones listed for Thursday for us personally, because we've already decided on the ones that fit best into their schedule. But for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, will take all of those, put them on a Word document, and send those to you guys over email. Hopefully, all of you are members of Student Alliance on OrgSync already, because that is the way that we send those. If you aren't a member of Student Alliance, you do have to sign up on the sheet with your email, and that automatically puts you into our email list. If you've done that at Raider Rally or here, you're set. Can I encourage any questions on different topics?
I think Lila had something.
Yes.
Can you speak a little bit more about, okay, our president's going, you get to introduce him. If you give me a little bit more, the invitation for him to speak, is it that he was going whether he was going or not, or is it that now we get to go, he's also going?
Are you talking about the Investiture Week where the commencement ceremony?
Yes, sir. When did you speak? Did you
Yes.
introduce him?
I'm really excited for that. I was invited to that over the Investiture. There's a lot of different teams for the Investiture Week, and I was invited to join a team for the Tuesday event, which we're holding a symposium where we're bringing panelists who are they're alumni of GRCC, and they're coming in, and we're going to bombard it with questions. Tatum's going to be our panel moderator for that event, and she will encourage questions that students have, or just like students might be interested in, because these are students who've already accomplished their journey or on their way to finishing their career goals.
It'll be fun. Encourage everyone that you know to go. I know a few classes are required to go. A few classes have been required to go. Sort of, they require you to go, but it's going to be a fun experience.
But to touch on your question with that, I was invited through that team to join this this commencement ceremony, and I'm one of 6 members who are going to be introducing the president at the very start of the commencement ceremony. We're all doing introductions, and I'm representing the student body at that event as our student government president. Yes, hello. This is actually a great time. Did you want to introduce your organization or something?
Thank you for having me here today. I just wanted to open this up. I'm from North Oak Academy, and we're a nonprofit here that we partner with GRCC and have classes down here. We are looking for students that are interested in a volunteer experience with us, or an experience maybe with event planning or that kind of thing. We have a walk every spring that we would love to have a group of GRCC students work with us on. If that's something that you're passionate about or want some experience. So that's kind of the first thing I have other volunteer opportunities as well. If you're interested in what we do with working with students that are here with intellectual impairments, they're 18 years and over. So feel free to come over and talk to me afterwards.
To touch on what she was talking about a bit more, I had a chance to sit down with her and really discuss what North Oak Academy does with GRCC and how long they've been partnered with us. I don't remember the specific amount of years because I've been reading through a lot of different pamphlets. She would know it. She seems 28. She has it on top of her head, expert in her game. But this is a really great organization that hasn't had a lot of direct communication with our students on campus here, or direct involvement, I guess is a better word. And like she said, they are looking for volunteers to try to plan these events like the run that they have going on, the walk that they have going on in spring. So this is a message that you can take back to your clubs and organizations, and if you know anyone that is looking for volunteer opportunities to boost their resume, to get life experience, to meet new people and contacts, this is a great opportunity. And if you don't have the chance to talk to her today about that, and you find out someone who's interested later, please go through Student Alliance and we will direct you the correct way. But otherwise, if there's no one else that wants to ask anything, the meeting will be adjourned, and I would like to welcome you guys to finish off all of the food that we have. That way nothing goes to waste. Thank you for attending.